Hi, this is Jared Wood with Coldwell Banker and the Leaper Realty Group, and today I'm here to share with you a short video on how to hang some home decorations. More specifically today, we are going over hanging a decoration that has two mounting brackets. This can be sometimes rather difficult, but we're going to get through it today. So, first off, welcome to my laundry room. Just recently I put in some countertops and some cabinetry, but the walls are looking a little bit bare. So my wife went out, purchased these nice little decorations, and quickly handed them to me and said, hang them up. And of course I said, yes dear, because that is always the correct response. But let's move on. So, hanging something that's got two brackets. Two of the most common issues that people are going to run into is one, getting the item level, and number two, getting your screws or your nails to line up with the brackets themselves. We're going to solve that, both of those problems today by creating a template. In the long run, this is going to save you a lot of grief and a lot of headache, but we need to get this template right. So, let me show you what we're working with today. All right. So today we've got an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. This is what we're going to use to create our template. Next we've got a ruler, a tape measure, some painter's tape. I've got my screwdriver here, or my drill with my screwdriver tip, a marker. Of course we need our mounting screws. And I've also got a thumbtack here, and we'll show you what that's for in just a little bit. I'm going to move some of the stuff out of the way here and get it ready. All right. Now, the first thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to determine where you want this stuff on the wall. This is probably easier done with somebody else standing behind you and telling you where they'd like it. So, after deliberating left, right, up, down, center, and whatnot, we finally said that this arrow is going to be mounted even with the top of this plate, meaning the bottom of the arrow, even with the top of this plate. And this, I don't even know what this is, but we're going to mount it anyways. It's going to be basically centered with the arrow above it. All right, so let's move that out of our way as well. All right, so now the first and probably one of the most important parts of this process is taking measurements and taking accurate measurements. We are going to be measuring today from the center of this bracket to the center of this bracket, as well as, because we need to find out where we're going to mount this thing in relation to the wall socket here, we need to take a measurement from the top of this bracket to the bottom of the art piece here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place this on my paper here, like so, and I will show you what I'm doing. All right, so I'm going to measure from the center of one bracket to the center of the next, and I've got 8 7/8. All right, 8 inches and 7/8. So let's write that down. 8 7/8. And the next measurement I'm going to be taking, again, is from the bottom of the decoration to the top of the bracket, and I've got about 3 inches. All right, so let's write down that 3 inches. Okay. All right, so now we're going to create a template based off of those two measurements. All right, so let's move our decoration off here to the side. All right, so first things first, we're going to put 2 dots, okay, one at our 0 and the other at 8 7/8. So I'm going to place 1 dot there, and 8 7/8. I'm going to place my second dot right there. No, let's try it again. 8 7/8. That'll work. All right, and I'm just going to make a little line through that dot right there. Beautiful. Now, next up, I'm going to be drawing a line through those marks. All right. We're going to do this from end to end, okay? Because based on this line now, we're going to measure down 3 inches, okay? This is going to show us where the bottom of the decoration is. So from here, measuring down 3 inches, and then from here, measuring down 3 inches. And from there, we're just going to create our second line. There we go. All right. So now that we've created 2 lines in our paper, okay, one is where the brackets are, and the other, the one on the bottom, is where the bottom of our decoration is. Now the next thing we got to do is we got to find center. Well, 8 7/8, you know, we can figure it out, but guess what? I'm going to show you an easy way to do this. What we're going to do is we're going to take our thumbtack and we're going to go and make a pinhole through the center of that mark and through the center of this mark. From here, I'm just going to take my thumbtack and I'm going to put it through the back of the paper, and I'm going to fold it over and I'm going to put it through my other mark. And now from here, I'm just going to put a crease in my paper and fold it, okay, like so. When I undo that, I have now found the center of this line, or the center of these 2 marks, which I'm going to now mark again. All right, guys, so we have our template drawn now, okay? Okay, the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to draw a line that goes from the top of our light switch plate here and extends all the way across out towards the cabinets. What this is going to do is 2 things. One, this is going to be our line that we use for level, and number 2, it's what we're going to use to match up our template that we just made to the wall. Now, we can't just go drawing on the wall with our marker all willy-nilly and whatnot, because my wife would absolutely kill me, and then there would be no more of these fun videos. So it's, you know, it's good for both of us. All right, so what we're going to be using is our painter's tape. Now, painter's tape is really cool because I can throw a strip of it on the wall, I can draw on it without any fear of it bleeding, and also when I pull it off, it's not going to leave any sort of sticky residue or take any paint with it. So it's a win-win all around. So what we're going to do again is we're going to just kind of stretch out a piece of tape like so, tear it off, and now we are going to line up our tape on the wall. There we go. Again, kind of visually level. I'm just eyeballing this one here because I've got a nice inch and a quarter piece of tape here, and I'm pretty sure I can hit my line from the top of this and make it go across. So at this point now, I'm going to take my ruler and I'm going to line it up on the top of the base plate, or excuse me, on top of this light switch plate. And I'm going to place a mark now on the tape under the ruler. All right, I've made this first mark here over the top of the countertop because, again, we are using the countertop as our level, and I need to take a measurement from the counter up to the line. So let's do that right now. And looks like we are at about 10.5 inches. So now we're going to transfer this mark over to this side. All right, oh, look at that. We are right on. So let me make another mark right here at 10.5 inches. All right, so now we're going to connect this dot with that line. All right, let's get that lined up right there. Beautiful. And we will draw our line now. All right, there we go. We've got our line. It's a level, again, to the countertop, and it's going to serve as our guide for when we put our template up on the wall. Next up, we need to find center of this wall. So with that, we are going to take our tape measure now. Okay, and we are going to measure from the cabinet over to the door jamb, and it looks like we've got about 28 3/4 inches. So half of 28 3/4, well, half of 28 is going to be 14, and half of 3/4 is going to be 3/8. So our line needs to be put at 14 3/8. So again, we're going to be using our tape here. All right. And we are going to rip off a little section here. And I'm going to take my ruler and I'm going to place it against the wall, and I'm going to kind of come underneath it. And I'm going to stick my tape to the wall right there and right there. So I placed it out here at that 14-15 inch mark, and we are just going to smooth it out. All right. Now we're going to take our ruler again, take our marker here, and we are going to make a mark at 14 3/8. There's one, and then we're going to move down here. We're going to do the same thing again. Make sure we're kind of even there. 14 3/8. There we go. And now we're just going to connect these two dots. And there we go. All right, guys, we are on the home stretch. We've got our line for center of the wall. We got our line for the base plate. Next up, let's stick this template right up there. So I'm just going to use, again, a couple more pieces of tape here. And we'll put that right there and right there. All right, so got a couple pieces of tape here. So now you're going to see where our template comes into play. All right, I'm going to line up the bottom of my template, the base of my template, with that line on the wall, and I'm going to slide this on over. And uh-oh, we ran out of room, but we can fix this. Hang tight. Let's just get that. There we go. Just a little bit more. All right, let's try that again, guys. All right, so now we're going to line up our baseline with our baseline, and we're going to line up our center point with our center point. And a little bit lower right there. Looks good, looks good. All right, guys, let's just get that taped to the wall here. All right, there we go. We've got our template up. Now, I am left-handed challenged, so it's going to be hard for me to drill these screws into the wall. I need all the help I can get, so I'm going to take this thumbtack here, and I'm actually just going to put a pilot hole, okay, where my screw hole is going to be right there, and then again, in the same side, same spot, push that in, make a little pilot hole. All right, this is just going to allow me to drill these in a little bit easier. And again, left-hand challenge. So here we go. All right, guys, let's get that wall. Let's get this placed right here and start drilling. All right, go nice and slow when you're drilling in a drywall, especially with a screw. You go really fast, and basically you're just going to drill out a hole in the wall, and your screw is not going to stick. So we're going to go nice and easy. There we go. There's one. And let's mount this next one here. All right. And there's two. All right, I'm actually just going to back this one out just a little bit. There we go. All right, guys, moment of truth. Here we go. Let's take our template off the wall. All right, we can remove our guidelines as well. All right, let's grab our little decoration here and let's see if it fits. There's one, and no, there it is. There's one and two, and it fits down there really nice. Very good. All right, guys, so we are, I would say, visually level to the countertop. Secondly, that went on fairly easy as far as lining up our screw holes with the bracket holes. And it looks like we are pretty even right there with the edge of our light switch plate. So overall, I would say a successful project. So thanks for watching, guys. Again, this is Jared Wood with Coldwell Banker and the Leaper Realty Group, and I wish you the best of luck with your next home project. Have a good one.